Howdy, Grace Lake North.
And welcome to another episode of Nice News.
I'm Q Atkinson.
And I'm Tiana Peterson, and we have the news that matters to North.
So, let's go!
Anytime a group from North goes to state, it's a very big deal.
Definitely, because it means you're competing among the very best.
Julie and Grace give us the inside look at the Cheers' recent trip to state.
Hi, I'm Grace Murky.
And I'm Julie Cheatham, and this story is about us going to state!
On Friday, February 2nd, the cheer team competed in the IHSA state cheer competition.
My last performance was my state performance, and I'm really proud of it. I think my entire team was really proud of it. We hit 0, which in cheer terms, that's pretty much like 0 deductions, meaning the routine went perfectly as hoped. And I'm really proud of it, and I think it was the best way I could have ended my cheer season. I think the best thing about the state competition is seeing all the amazing teams that made it, especially ones that you didn't expect, and the ones you obviously could expect. But it's weird because it's all based off of one performance. So if you bomb it, then you could get last, but it could be the really good teams that bomb and get last, and the bad teams that could get first. It's always just a toss up, but it's always fun to watch. And yeah.
The most entertaining part about state was getting to watch other teams perform, and especially Marist. If I were to do it again, I don't think I would change anything about our routine. I think there was a good amount of super fans that showed up to the performance.
We all thank you for all the support we have gotten this season.
This is Grace Murky.
And Julie Cheatham, signing off. Swing!
Congrats to the cheer team on a fantastic year.
Like any team, they needed a lot of direction and support from their coaches.
Michaela tells us more about the role of coaches as she previews the spring sports season.
With plenty of athletes and coaches making way for the spring season in mind, I am here to discuss how valuable a coach can be and what qualities make a great coach. All great teams have a mentor or a coach, regardless of the sport or activity. A coach often assists in their journey to success, but can that go for things beyond sports? Without a mentor of sorts, the ability to reach a goal of any kind would be more challenging. But what are the qualities that make a great coach, and what are some of the things they need to help an athlete succeed? Here I have two very different coaches to give me a little more perspective on the topic.
My name is Callum McKillop. I am the head wrestling coach for boys and girls, and I also coach football.
Hi, I'm Coach Robinson, or Amelia Robinson. I coach hurdles and sprints.
I've been coaching wrestling for 17 years, 10 of which here at North. Been coaching football for 16 years. Good qualities a coach has to have. I think they have to connect to the athletes on more than just a level of just the sport. I think they have to be able to meet the kids and know the kids and understand the kids on a more personal level than just coaching them to be good at something.
And I would say a good quality for a good coach would be trust. Just because trust, if your athlete trusts you, you will definitely see some more change and definitely will see some good improvement.
As you can see, their answers have the same idea, and that is keeping the well-being of the athlete in mind. That's all from me. This is Michaela from GNHS-TV. Back to the studio.
Most people don't like change.
Whether it's someone sitting in your usual seat or changing up your daily routine, change can be hard.
So when the food in the cafeteria was different this year, people naturally had questions.
Q decided to get to the bottom of it.
Good morning, Grace Lake North. I'm Q Atkinson, and today I've got the story you all have been waiting for. Later on, we have Rob, Zeno, and Dan Gonzalez to talk about the lunch line. So how do you feel about the new lunch line this semester?
I feel like it doesn't work as well as it used to last semester because they removed a register, so people check out a lot slower, it's a very general area, so people are all lined up and you have to cut through them, which is just kind of awkward to do. And there's only one entrance now, so everyone's filing into one place and dropping their backpacks at the entrance, so you have to step over everyone's stuff. I feel like it just doesn't work as well as it used to.
All right. So, how do you feel about the lunch line this year in comparison to last year?
In comparison to last year, I feel it's a vast improvement for a few reasons. Primarily, students often before had to wait a much longer time to get to any particular line for food, whatever they were going to get, having to pay for it. We also were dealing with stealing. That was a bigger issue before. Still is a little bit, but not nearly as much. However, the people who are running that part of the school, they're still figuring out ways to improve it. And so we'll see where the future takes us with that.
Well, Grace Lake North, to wrap up this broadcast, we have Dan Gonzalez and Rob Zeno here to answer a bit more than just what happened to our lunch line.
So, would you mind telling me why you rearranged the lunch line?
So, when I first came to this school back in the summer, it was pretty clear to me that we were going to face issues with speed of service when it came to separating our cafeteria space, our serving lines, into 3 different areas. One, it would limit the ability for students to kind of embrace the entire program as a whole each time they come in. And 2, pizza was going to get backed up because it always gets backed up. And any kid who came in and wanted a pizza, but then also wanted a piece, like a thing of fries, would then have to get back into another line in order to get those fries. Yeah, so the cost increase directly correlates to the quality increase in the product that we provide. No trans fats, whole ingredients, significantly less processing in the food that we bring in. And with that, you're going to see an increase in the price of the individual product. Add to that the fact that times have changed and costs increase overall, especially when it comes to food. I mean, you have been to the store, I assume. I'm sure you don't do all the shopping for the home, but you go to the store and you buy stuff once in a while. You see that prices have increased everywhere. That's affected us too. We don't take any money from the government to provide your food. We don't do anything as far as stipends or anything, and the school doesn't pay us. We're just a provider. We're a contractor. So we come in, we make the food, and the only benefit we get is what you provide us. It gives us more flexibility with our menus. It gives us the ability to provide more options. And like Dan was saying earlier, the food committees are a good way for you as the students to relay that to us. If you see a product on our menu that you think is just way too overpriced and you just don't find it acceptable, tell us that. You're invited. You personally are invited to the next food committee. I'm telling you right now. And you can bring that to us there. And it's the perfect forum for you, especially with other students, who feel the same way usually, to express those things to us. But at the end of the day, it's a quality of product increase, so you get a cost increase overall.
Well, Grace Lake North, that's all from me. I hope that had a chance to answer some of your questions. And, if you have time or the opportunity, feel free to go to some of those meetings where you can air your grievances and just maybe even get some free food. That's all from me. Q Atkinson signing off. We both like to think that we're pretty intelligent, right?
Yes, because we are.
Well, Trevor is back to test the brains of the other knights, and are you smarter than a freshman?
Hello, North. Welcome back to... Today we will be asking 4 different questions from all the 4 different main subjects: math, science, English, and history. Here are your contestants today.
$21.
21.
21.
21.
AU.
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 Uh, 1776.
1776.
1776.
Correct.
Yeah.
1776.
They are all different types of adjectives.
There's there is their object, or theirs they are.
One of the theirs describes something that is like far away and you're pointing at it. One of the theirs describes what they are as a characteristic, and one of the theirs describes what they have as a possession.
One of the theirs is a contraction of they are. Another one is direction, and the other means ownership.
That's all for me, folks. Thanks for watching this episode of Are You Smarter Than a Freshman? This is Trevor Darren signing off, GNHS-TV.
If you haven't been paying attention lately, love has been in the air.
Candy shops and florists have both been very busy.
Sam, Evie, and Anthony decided to check in on Cupid's work with the Valentine's Day story.
This is Anthony.
This is Evie.
Valentine's Day is happening in a few days. Let's see what people are doing for it.
People celebrate Valentine's Days in many various ways. Some people go to a party and have an enjoyable evening, while others follow all the Valentine's Day cliches, such as buying a box of chocolate and flowers and then going to a candlelit dinner by the water. There are others who do nothing except stay at home and watch a movie with their dog. We went around the school and asked a few people to see what they had planned for Valentine's Day.
So Valentine's Day, I'm probably going to be hanging out with my family and eating dinner with them at a restaurant because I have nothing better to do.
I'm going to go hang out with my friend group from middle school, so that's about it. We're going to probably go eat.
And what I'm doing for Valentine's Day is I'm probably just going to hang out with my girlfriend and take her out to dinner.
This is what people did for their Valentine's Day. This is Anthony.
This is Evie.
Signing off.
That's going to bring this episode of Nice News to a close.
Be sure to follow us on all your favorite social medias.
I'm Tiana Peterson.
And I'm Q Atkinson. Have a great week, Knights.
Oh, that's going to bring this Nice News.
Oh, wait, we got to go back.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to jump up front here to see where it is on the script.
Be sure to follow us.
Wait, what was the part that?